Good morning. Part two one-sided friendships. Now, I, um, some of you may know, but most of you probably not. I am married to a passive-aggressive person. He is always constantly telling me that it's my fault, that whatever situation it is, I caused it. It was me. No matter what it is, it's always my fault. It's never his. It's never somebody else's. It's always mine because it's easier to pick. It's easier to say it's somebody else's fault than to actually assess the situation and say, you know what? Yes, that was totally on me. For some people, that is an incredibly hard thing to say. That the fault was theirs and that they own it. Some people just can't do that. Now, what makes this part two is my husband has always been very he says that I'm just making this whole thing up with my friend, how it's all my fault that she doesn't want to hang out with me. It's my fault that she doesn't want to do this and that. For years I believed it was my fault on why she doesn't want to hang out with me, or why she doesn't text me, or why when she does it's always got to be about her. I mean, my husband would I would tell him that I feel really bad, or that I feel bad that she doesn't text me, and stuff like that, and he always just tells me that it's my fault. Look at what kind of friend you are. And like when last year when I chose to ignore it, not be, I was done, where I said I need to step back from this relationship. He said that it was my fault, that he blamed me. He said, well, you don't make it very easy to be your friend. And I said, how did I not make it easy for her to not like me? I didn't go digging through her kid's bag. No, her kid did. He went through my bag. I didn't go over to their house and yell that I hate them and I wish they'd go home. And to that, he can't respond, but he still says it's my fault, and that contributed a lot to, if you look back at my earlier pictures, I actually got down to the weight I wanted to, but with the added stress of that and some of the dog issues that were going on in my house and some other things, I started just drinking my life away. I wanted to just drink. That's what I wanted to do. So apparently, drinking makes you fat. Or at least it does for me, because I've noticed after I stopped drinking it's been about 9 months now, 10 months or something like that, that I've leveled off and actually started losing weight. And not even changing the rest of my diet. It just, but anyway, that's not the top. My husband just continuously tells me that it's my fault, that I'm a terrible friend, and that I'm the reason why our friendship has died. Yet, I try continuously all the time to engage in conversation, try to make her feel better about the things that are going on in her life. Yet, I'm reminded of all the times that she has not done that for me. And I have another friend telling me that this friend just doesn't know how to have friends, because she even says that this friend, our mutual friend, doesn't even try talking to her when she's in town. And I'm like, I don't know why, but I feel like dirt whenever I feel like dirt. I feel like I'm a worthless piece of shit because of how she is treating me as a friend. I feel like it's my fault that somehow it's my fault, that I'm not trying hard enough, or that I'm, not doing something right. I mean, I'm the one sitting here beating myself up, wondering, what did I do wrong? What am I doing wrong that is making her think or feel and treat me the way she is doing so? And this other mutual friend of ours is saying, you're not doing anything wrong. It's all her. She isn't trying. And you know what? She's not trying. This friend of mine is not trying. I've had many people tell me, just stop calling her your friend. And it's really hard. I've known her for, like I said, 30 plus years. I mean, she doesn't see me as one of her longest and oldest friends or closest friends, apparently. But, to me, she's always kind of been there. I mean, when I moved back to southern Minnesota after living up in northern Minnesota for a long time, she was one of the first friends I went to see and say hi to. I went and saw my other friend from elementary, but I could tell that me and her, we just kind of fell out of being friends. She lives in Sweden or somewhere now, and she doesn't try talking to me anymore, but that's okay. Me and her fell out as friends in 7th grade. I tried, but she had all these other friends that she wanted to hang out with instead, but with this other friend of mine, she actually did, she actually used to try to write to me when I moved away from, the city that I grew up in. She actually did try to write to me a couple times, and I kind of regret that as a child, I didn't write back to her. But I was going through some family issues, and like I said, she doesn't know, she doesn't know what it's like to have divorcing parents or to have a parent move on and you're not ready to move on and accept that your mom will never be a part of your life anymore. That she will never understand that side of that psychology, that part of what I had to deal with growing up. Or she never had to understand how hard it was for my dad to raise 4 children on his own. I mean, my dad had to sacrifice a lot of things in life just for us to have a poor life. He had to sell off his fishing boat that he was given from my grandpa. He had to sell off couple of his cars just to keep mortgage going. I mean, these are things that I didn't understand either as a child. But, I didn't understand the sacrifices my dad had made for us when we were little, but now I do as an adult. But I look back now and it's like, well, she still doesn't understand that side of my life. I mean, I didn't take very many trips when I was a kid. My dad would save up enough money for us to go to Valley Fair once a year, and that was awesome. I mean, it was awesome. We loved rides, loved it. We would go camping on the 4th of July weekend. And to me, that was more fun than any of the other activities that I saw my other friends doing, because camping was awesome. Camping. I mean camping. And I don't mean this bullshit camping that everybody talks about now. What do they call it on Supernatural? Glamping? Where people call it camping when you either camp in a cabin or one of them pull-along trailers or a pop-up tent trailer or pop-up trailer ones. I think they call that glamping. To me, camping is you make a latrine outside. You put up tarps around the area so that way people, know, they know where the bathroom is, and there's a path that they cut to that area. It's a deep hole in the ground, and we had this. It was a 5-gallon bucket that had. I think they mounted a toilet seat on it, and then they put the dirt around it, so that way there's a big hole, and then there's the bucket, and Yeah. I mean, that's camping. I mean, that was fun. And the mosquito bites and going swimming and going fishing, all of that was camping. And I still consider that camping. But this is way off topic still. But to me, doing this YouTube stuff was my way of trying to keep myself open or express myself to other people if they wanted to watch or whatever. To me, this is therapy. This helps me acknowledge things in my life. My friend, over time, I have learned she is not my friend. She hasn't been for a long time. She probably never will be. Or maybe when she's older and realizes, maybe she doesn't have any one-sided friends that she has any experience with. I really don't know. But to me, I feel worthless. I have felt worthless in this relationship, this friendship for a really long time. I've even considered committing suicide because of it. It's been that difficult. And I have to my husband will tell me it's my fault that I'm a difficult person to get along with. And when you have nobody on your side and nobody, to come to your defense or at least to stick up for you, life gets hard. And nobody should have to deal with that. So I'm left with the fact of wondering, do I just throw away a 30-plus year relationship and just make her just be... for the last year or so, I've just associated her as an acquaintance. I don't really confide in her anymore, or I haven't since May, when I talked to her about the dog biting me, and she just kind of, oh, that sucks, sorry, And it's like, oh, okay. I'm tired of it. I'm done. I'm tired of feeling worthless, useless. I'm tired of feeling like a piece of shit that over something I can't control. And that's not a feeling anybody should ever make anybody else feel. You should never make somebody else feel like a piece of shit for caring enough to be your friend. Anyway, I figured I wanted to end this conversation on something like that. Anyway, bye.